lórí orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá gbogbogbò.
Ẹ bá wa dá sí.
Ẹ̀yin ará mi, ẹ súnmọ́ bí ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ pín.
Ẹ bá wa dá sí.
Yorùbá TV 247. Ẹ bá wa pín.
He's not the first one that will be charged for that. And it's not the first one that will be sentenced. But there is a legal passage that is being created for him by sentencing him to life.
Okay, sir. But today, there is a remark from the Congressman John James and others in the United States that condemns Kanu's sentence, citing it as evidence of systemic injustice and religious persecution today in America. So, what is your take?
The guy is subject to his own opinion.
Okay.
He's an American, Kanu is a Nigerian. Whatever he says is opinionated. It doesn't have anything to do with Nigerian legal system. It cannot have any specific influence on the judgment pronounced in Nigeria, just like we do. We don't have anything to say in the American legal system.
But many are
What kind of development, ever since Lagos, let me use Lagos, being the first state that started trading with China, ever since they started, contracting the Chinese companies, Lagos had a 360-degree turnaround in infrastructural development. And you can imagine what happened, what has been happening since the federal government, who is now being run by the person who used to run Lagos, and still being contrary to the Chinese, what is going through now. Ever since the Americans have been trading with Nigeria, what kind of infrastructure can you point to that the Americans have done? Oh yes, they have done a lot. Let me tell you.
They have done a lot.
They have taken a lot of lives. Nigerians have failed woefully in exploring what they have. Human resource, mineral resource. And when we continue to fail in exploring God-given gifts, the skillful intellects we have among ourselves, there are Nigerians among the NASA scientists. There are Nigerians here and there. Do you know that Nigeria could have developed nuclear weapon a long time ago?
Yeah.
The same America was responsible for stopping that. And this same America says he wants to come and fight for us. And you believe that?
I have said it earlier. I've said it and I have just reiterated it, that it could be a wake-up call to our leaders, because he sees our leaders sleeping.
Yorùbá TV 247.
The Boko Haram thing is not limited to Christians alone. They are even killing Muslims.
No
They
doubt.
are killing Muslims. If you call yourself a Muslim and you are not from the north, they will kill you.
Should this continue?
They will still call you Kafri.
Baba,
I'm being honest with you.
it's a fact. Today they said that we are infidels.
We should rule it out of our minds that this is a religious war. No. Look, in the West and the South here, we have families that in that family, there are Muslims, there are Christians, there are even Aborigine, traditional worshippers in the same family. And they get along. People get along. So it's not a religious thing. It's a matter of superiority. My tribe. Imagine when somebody from the north is telling me right here that Nigeria belongs to them. It's their father's right. Who gave them that impression? Where did they get it from? When the Fulanis are saying that from the north up to the shores of the waters, where are the shores of the water? In the south, southwest. That the entire place belongs to them. It's their birthright. And if they could lay claim to that, and they are being accused, wouldn't they try to grab it? They will try to grab it. Look at it today. Ilorin is no longer a Yoruba land. It's no longer a Yoruba land as it is today. Ilorin belongs to the Fulanis. And the funniest thing is that the Fulanis are now speaking Yoruba fluently.
I think it is because we agree and we are, comforted with what they have been doing.
Oh my God!
Is it by force
Oh
that
my
we should
God.
be together?
Oh my God! Oh my God!
So you see, sir.
It's all part of this religious mentality,
Okay.
mental subjugation that I mentioned then.
Okay.
Now, if a person sees an Advent, religion, a foreign religion, coming into his own society, and prioritize that to his own culture, to his own tradition, to his own people, it has nothing to do with heart now. It's about mind. It's a mental subjugation. And if your mind is subject to that, then you will fall. And that's why the place fell into the hands of the Fulanis. And there's no way we can regain it back. I'm being honest with you. Being realistic, there's no way, because they will not let go.
Sir, do you think the amalgamation can solve this problem?
De-amalgamation. De-amalgamation.
Yes, sir.
Who will de-amalgamate it?
No one. That is not.
No. It could be an option. I'm not disagreeing with you. But who will bail the cat? Every one of us today, we are now blaming the Nzeogo civil war, whatever that happened, the coup. We are blaming those who made that move back in the 60s. We failed to realize that there was something that popped up in their mind. It wasn't that, it was just that it was not properly executed as a result of selfish gain. That's the way I see it. If not, if they had implemented it the way they originally planned it, are you going to find? Nigeria will have been
The best.
a world war. I mean, a world power. A world power today. The oligarchs will not be, continually instituted as they are now. As a matter of fact, those who are ruling now will not dare, because they went to the core of the rulership then and sapped them out. And if they could penetrate back then, what do you think those guys will have done now? They will have cooked themselves, guard themselves pretty well, so that anything of that sort will never happen again to them. Imagine where they went to pick up those individuals they killed. So you can imagine. So the question remains that how do these people, how would they be able to constitute themselves if you say you want de-amalgamation? Who's going to do it?
Since you said this is not a religious war,
It's not.
and it could be an ethnicity.
I know those that can do it. But I'm asking you, the reason why I'm asking you is that who constituted it initially? Those who constituted it initially, I said it before, I think with you guys, I said, look at it. I want to believe that the British were afraid of the Northerners.
The British are afraid of the
They
Northerners.
were afraid of the Northerners. Go back to history. Look at Khartoum. Look at the Sudanese. Look at what they faced, the British army, what they faced in those countries back then. And the Northerners fight the same way those people fought.
Exactly.
They
And
fight
same
the same,
descendants.
the same set of people. And they don't want to go through the same experience, because why would they hand over the government to the Northerners? They are responsible for it. They know. They are now coming out to tell the story. Those who have not died among them, they are coming out now to tell the story that they deliberately handed the government over to the Northerners. They were the ones who advised the Northerners to enroll their children into the army. They knew that if they are in charge of the army, they will run the system of the government of Nigeria. Now, if they were responsible for constituting the country the way it is now, you can imagine how many years and how many years they are still not, they have not stopped though. They are still running the system of this country. If anybody in any neighborhood in Nigeria here farts, the British already know. Before you Nigerians know. Because they have their ears on the ground everywhere. Even the CIA know. So you can imagine, who are those that can do it? They that constituted it.
Thank you very much, sir. You see, you have made it known to us critically that it is not a religious war.
It isn't.
My dear sir, Ezekiel.
I want you, let me bump in there. I want you to go on, if you can see video on this professor. I think he's a professor of economics, Professor Jeffrey Sachs. He's an American professor. He's been around, and he has helped so many countries. When he talks about Nigeria, listen to him. And he concurs with what I'm saying. And you know, I've been telling you this for a while. When I heard him lately and he said something about it, he said the same thing I'm saying. America has no business here. And I'm afraid if they force themselves in, Nigeria might be a laid-back, complacent, simple country. But let me tell you, the most dangerous people are those people that you think they are soft. Because when they spark, it will be deadly. Go to Mogadishu in the 90s. What happened there? History tells us that the Americans were dragged on the ground with vehicles, alive, until they turned into pieces. I don't support violence, don't get me wrong. But the people, the American people, will never allow their children to go to any country and be treated in that manner.
Yeah.
They will cry out.
That is the area I am looking.
I am afraid, dealing with the Northerners, and you're going there to, if they capture any single American, they may roast him alive. I'm talking about roast, and they turn him into suya.
That's why I say, sir,
Huh?
if Nigerian can have our way, I think the amalgamation might work. If Nigerian will have our ways.
My dear, let me tell you something, sir. I'll add this to this.
To that question.
Yeah. Ezekiel Dakobo, a pastor in Plateau State.
In what?
In Plateau State.
Plateau, okay.
He showcases the mass burial they did to 501 Christians who died under his jurisdiction. That this insurgency killed in those days. And Nigeria is denying Christian genocide or genocide against the Christians today. So I am surprised at hearing this, also from you, sir, that would you believe or make us understand that genocide, this one that comes, it might be from my brother, my opic idea.
My brother. You see, the reason why I'm a bit disappointed in your reiterating this particular point is that if I want to rob your house, I must have a reason to rob your house. And you will never agree with me that that's a genuine reason. But I must give you a reason why I'm robbing your house. Are you getting my point? If they come up with ethnic cleansing, are you getting my point? To them, they will see it as if it will not be appreciated by you. And chances are the world at large might come up with, if they use religion, are you getting my point? Now, if they use religion as an excuse to come in, they will be able to convince their own people and their sponsors that they are fighting for the cause of the Lord. Why is Israel? Why are they bombing these people? Why are they killing children, innocent children and women, even those at the hospitals? Now, if they claim that it's because of religion,
Why didn't they stop Israel
Huh?
from doing that?
Why didn't Trump stop Israel from doing it? Because these people are pure Muslims. And the Israelis are what? Judaism. Abi?
Yes.
Now, even as a Christian, if you go there, they call you idol worshiper. They will spit on you in Israel today, up to today. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, you see, in the international arena, when a country within having an internal which I call against each other, in most cases, is based on ethnic cleansing.
About this time,
The Kosovo, this Herzegovina, all those things that happened in the 90s, are you gonna find back in Europe? Most of it were ethnic cleansing. And the warlords, the generals that were responsible, the ICC Court of Justice eventually charged them for genocide. How many Israelis have been arrested for genocide? Are you getting my point? What exactly did America, this America that wants to come to Nigeria, what did they do in that respect? Was it not religion?
so we have seen it from a perspective that your opinion that it's not a genocide against the Christians. But we have seen it that the fence you are is clearly seen, and I can stand it to say this, that Nigeria is now on a crossroad. When I say crossroad of global power politics, America, China. Like from what you have said, if I may
Russia
understand
already
it.
has 3 countries.
Now,
China is also getting more
so
countries.
Nigeria is now standing at a dangerous crossroad. On one side is China. The other side, that is, when we say China, aggressively. And either we are aggressive or they are patient, they are here. And comfortable operating in the shadow. One. On the other side is the United States of America, loud, moralistic, and determined not to lose strategic ground. If I may believe what you are saying. Now, both are seeing our country as strategic. China for minerals, America for influence. What is your advice to me as a citizen of the nation? Facing this chaotic situation at this juncture.
Let me look at it from this angle. To understand your question, I'll go back to that same answer I gave then, education,
Education.
moral education.
Okay.
There are different types, different spheres of education, moral education. It is through that moral education that we open the minds of people to understanding that nobody gives you anything for free. Nobody out there is your brother.
It's a give and take.
The head of the Illuminati, according to record, when she was born in Australia, and settled in America, used to be the richest woman in the world. At a point in time, she fed their black Australians, the Aborigines, with drinks that were poisoned. Poisoned to the extent that when they drink it, they will become infertile. Because she saw them becoming too much, too many, the original people. So if somebody brings a medication to you, that use it, it will cure you. It will cure you faster than curing you. Once you see them in that manner, that they have nothing good to give you, then you start understanding where you stand. You start disbelieving them. But once you continue to believe them, that these people are saviors, you continue to plunge yourself into more abyss of mental decadence, physical decadence, spiritual decadence, financial decadence. You continue to plunge yourself deeper and deeper into it. They have nothing to offer you. So when you can educate people, saturate it, let them understand, as we are using this medium now, America has got nothing to offer you, nothing. You can imagine that Nigerians are being deported day in, day out of America, and yet you want to come to Nigeria to help Nigeria. And these Nigerians you are deporting, some of them are Christians, they will go back to where they will be killed. Are you doing them good, or you are killing them systematically? This is an area we have to look at. And you refuse to give Nigerians visa. You shut them out. You put Nigeria among the list of people that you will least offer visas to. And you did what? You put tariff, big tariff on Nigerians. And you don't want Nigerians to go to China that will trade with Nigeria with their own currency. You don't have to go through the route of dollars to exchange. Sometimes they even trade by barter. You give us this, we give you this. All this construction that they are making, some are not paid in cash. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
And you, the American, you're not willing to do that. And this other country is willing to do that. If you are the right businessman, will you rather trade with the one that will force you to pay dollars and you become indebted to them? Or the one that will say, okay, you have this, give me this, and I'll offer you this. What kind of development, ever since Lagos, let me use Lagos, being the first state that started trading with China, ever since they started, contracting the Chinese companies, Lagos had a 360-degree turnaround in infrastructural development. And you can imagine what happened, what has been happening since the federal government, who is now being run by the person who used to run Lagos, and still being contrary to the Chinese, what is going through now. Ever since the Americans have been trading with Nigeria, what kind of infrastructure can you point to that the Americans have done? Oh yes, they have done a lot. Let me tell you.
They have done a lot.
They have taken a lot of lives.
Oh.
Through their operatives, the CIA operatives. Oh yes, a lot. So many lives have been taken. Okay, if you appreciate that, I'm still saying emphatically that there is nothing happening in this terrorism that you are laying claim to, that they don't have a hand in it. Remember Condoleezza, as Secretary of State or something like that, back in the year, a black woman for that matter. It was when she visited Nigeria that somebody, a notable Yoruba woman, died. Oh, because this guy was from Kenya, his parents were from Kenya. You think he didn't do some havoc in Nigeria? They're all the same. Black or white, they're all the same. America is always America. And they will never give you anything for free. Nothing.
But to my own admonition. So if I will not be taking much of your time, I am looking at this, that what Trump's move is actually signaling is not about hostility towards us, to my own understanding. It is a wake-up call. He is using Americans' legal and diplomatic tools to the countries of particular concern, which has been a designation to jolt our leadership into action. Because it seems our leadership, they are asleep. So he is highlighting the shooting in Plateau, Benue, Southern Kaduna, not just out of empathy, but because those regions sit atop mineral deposits that feed China's industrial machines. If we should have to look at it from that perspective, we may be saying, America is this, America is that. But from this area of concern and interest, it could be that America did not want the Chinese to overrun Nigeria, so to say. And what benefit will it be for us, since they have been exploiting, cutting away these things? What have they returned back to Nigeria? Ondo State, we were aware that the bitumen in Ondo State, if explored, will yield Ondo State 17 trillion naira.
Naira be dollars.
Nairas, 17 trillion naira. But those bitumen are sitting there, just like you have rightly said. So I believe this is a call to energize our leadership. Those in power to wake up. A wake-up call is what this man is really about. So if we are to look at it from that perspective, sir, how will you fine-tune it? And
I've answered that question already.
okay, now
When you have geniuses that excel
yeah,
in different countries around the world, they excel as a result of you not, appreciating them, not valuing them. And they go elsewhere, and those countries appreciate them. You don't blame anybody but yourself. I've answered it.
yeah,
Nigerians have failed woefully in exploring what they have. Human resource, mineral resource. And when we continue to fail in exploring God-given gifts, the skillful intellects we have among ourselves, there are Nigerians among the NASA scientists. There are Nigerians here and there. Do you know that Nigeria could have developed nuclear weapon a long time ago?
yeah.
The same America was responsible for stopping that. And this same America says he wants to come and fight for us. And you believe that?
I have said it earlier. I've said it, and I have just reiterated it, that it could be a wake-up call to our leaders, because he sees our leaders sleeping. Buhari slept for 80 years consecutively before he was a dead person. Look at what is on ground today. Okay. If I will not be sarcastic about what I'm saying, today, sentencing Nnamdi Kanu to life imprisonment, will this be the solution to Nigeria's problems, sir?
It's a good thing. I'm sorry. Have I offended some people?
I may not have known.
But I say it's a good thing. Being sentenced to life imprisonment does not necessarily mean that they say you are sentenced to death. There's a leeway given you, which is in the legal books. You can use the legal books to fight your way out. But if they had pronounced sentence to death, that would have created some kind of pandemonium in the society. But Kanu is a time bomb. His case is a time bomb as far as the country is concerned. He will not be the first activist that Nigeria, has kept in a cage. But previously, those who were before him, some of them are dead. You remember Ken Saruwiwa? He's no more. Baba is Alfred. Rewan is dead. Many like that were terminated. Oh, it's not new. That's why I said it's good. I'm not saying that the judgment has been pronounced is the ideal thing. But I'm saying we need to say hallelujah and thank God for that. Because if they had pronounced death, that you are sentenced to death by hanging, because the crime that is convicted for, anything treason requires a capital punishment. Do you understand what I'm saying? Remember, Awolowo was charged for treason back in those days. So he's not the first one that will be charged for that. And he's not the first one that will be sentenced. But there is a legal passage that is being created for him by sentencing him to life.
Okay, sir. But today, there is a remark from the Congressman John James and others in the United States that condemns Kanu's sentence, citing it as evidence of systemic injustice and religious persecution today in America. So, what is your take?
The guy is subject to his own opinion.
Okay.
He's an American, Kanu is a Nigerian. Whatever he says is opinionated. It doesn't have anything to do with Nigerian legal system. It cannot have any specific influence on the judgment pronounced in Nigeria, just like we don't have anything to say in the American legal system.
But many are saying today, and they are warning in Nigeria here, that this situation will not be allowed to stand, reiterating a previous warning that the people will not tolerate such blatant injustice, definitely. And so with this, is this not going to cause a chaotic situation?
I've already answered that.
In the nation?
I said, let us thank God that he was not sentenced to death.
To death.
If anybody now believes he is good at law and can find a leeway to fighting that injustice, take it back to court.
He has returned back to the Supreme Court, Court of Appeal.
Yes, you can.
Immediately.
Yes.
And so,
olórí orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá gbogbogbò.
Ẹ bá wa dá sí.
Ẹ̀yin ará mi, ẹ súnmọ́ bí ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ pín.
Ẹ bá wa dá sí.
Yorùbá TV 247. Ẹ bá wa pín.